You know, I've been thinking about the fact that I would like my house painted. So yesterday when Amon came from Bulawayo, he just surprised me, came carrying paint. So this is the primer. Yeah, this is the primer. So the color we're going with, we are here to look for it because he didn't want to buy that color before he talked to me. We're considering how dusty the village is, and that's going to factor into the color that we're buying. And another color that we love is gray, but we've seen so many houses now in the area painted with gray, and so we decided to go for a unique color. Guys, have a look at my house. Final time that you see it looking like this. The first row. It was actually a good decision this morning not to wash the windows. I was going to wash the windows and do laundry, and then I decided to postpone to do it later in the afternoon. But now that Amon decided to start to paint today, it was a good decision not to. So the first coat of paint is almost finished. With some parts that are not yet done, as you can see, like the Amon was kind of chasing the the shade and leaving some parts behind. So last night he ran out of daylight because he took a nap in the middle of the day. Conclusion of the first coat. You don't believe this color? Let's see the tint, what it looks like. It looks like ugly, like a military green. The tints kind of look different than the colors that we displayed that they're supposed to make. So we're going for a color that looked a bit like a mustard inyana. Like a mustard color.
I think it might.
And the options were limited at the store where we bought. So now we're asking ourselves, but why did we settle with one shop? Why didn't we go from shop to shop?
Can you see a bit of it coming out?
Yeah, I see a little bit of it coming out. So they said if we put 4 of the tins, it will be the color that they had advertised, which was close to the color that we want. But he thought maybe if we put 2 more tins. But why are the tins in different colors?
This one I can agree. Do they have the same name?
It's the same thing. Don't you want to go slow? Okay, I suppose he did say we should put 4 first. So we were looking for a color
This is the color.
that so this play has got some really like bright red soil that when it's raining it's like it makes bright red mud, right? That plus the fact that we have kids hanging out at the house on weekends, we kind of wanted a color that doesn't show dirt. One of our initial colors was gray, but everybody's got gray now. I'm trying to be unique here. But how come the other bottles look greenish? Their tint is in different colors, but they claim it makes one color. This is gonna be interesting.
Ndipindire mumba matina undiwigire 20 liters.
Oh, you want to mix them with the other one?
Andakakudza ndoda kuti ite paint. I need 25 liters. Paint there.
Manje, you're making it lighter.
Yeah?
You're gonna make it lighter.
And then they said 20 liters.
Yeah?
They said 20 liters.
Oh!
Love it.
I don't know.
You don't like it?
No, I had already decided that when you start, I'm going to gasp. But it's that green, that ugly green.
Is it green?
Looks more like green than the color they showed us.
Let's wait until.
Huh?
Let's wait until they dry.
Yeah. It's gonna be like faking an gray. Like wannabe gray.
Yeah. So we're painting, and Tshegofatso is painting the most detailed part by the windows and the complicated areas. And she's not painting the window pane. No, she's doing a good job actually. No, we should have used the other chairs that we normally use for painting. Let me go again. And so she's painting on the air vents and stuff. So I left all the complicated detail to her, and I'm running with the big meat, with the big stones.
So the house is getting painted. From a distance, this color really looks lovely. I'm sure it's not so clear because the sun is actually about to set. Amon decided to start. Hey, you two. He decided to start with this color. It was about 4 o'clock. I'm sure it's now just before 6. Between 5:30 and 6 maybe. So there wasn't much daylight to start painting with the color. Hey guys, so today I have accomplished a lot in the morning, and so I've got a lot of free time. I'm just left, and I'm going to do what I was planning to do once he leaves the house. So he started painting outside, and he was really naughty because he started at 4 p.m. yesterday to paint with color, and he was already losing daylight. And I mean, he had a couple of hours of daylight, and so he didn't get much ground covered. So I am actually gonna go outside and paint. I want to see how much ground I cover. I hope I'll be able to cover decent amount that he's going to be shocked when he comes home. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So around all the windows here, as you can see, he didn't trim with white. So I'm going to do that first before I jump in with the color. I'm going to look at all the windows that he didn't trim first with white. So this place at the back has got a lot of places where, like here, where they need to be filled with what do you call, with a filler, crack filler. And like here, like where you see the wall there, I was supposed to come in and finish that off with white before I actually painted around it. So I'm gonna come in with white. So I'm gonna fill those gaps, but in the meanwhile I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this paint because I haven't got much of it left. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it on the other side where I don't need crack fillers, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to come and put white in the places where I need white first. So let's go finish this off the other side. So I managed to cover a lot of ground. I'm just going to show you what I did. So I started at 11:41, 19 minutes to 12, and this is what I did. Let me show you. So that bottom was skipped by Amon, and his logic is the bottom parts are the parts where we're going to put stone to do skating with stone, and his logic is not to waste a lot of paint on areas where we're actually going to put stone. So anyways, I did all this. I came all this way, so this is what I've been doing the last 2 hours. I am so chuffed. I hope I've been a help, not a hindrance. I hope that Amon will think that I did a good job, since I was deciding to surprise him. So I ended here. It's been challenging trying to record the whole process. So this is the part that's left. From here, going around to the plumbing pipes. I feel like I've covered a whole lot of ground, but there's still a lot to cover. So what I've done so far has taken me about 2.5 hours. So I'm sure if I keep pushing without stopping, I'll be done at 5. So yeah, Amon is doing errands in the city. He's got some art projects that he's doing for a customer. So he actually has got no idea that I'm doing this. By the way, if it looks patchy to you, it's a bit thin because it's the first coat. So we're gonna go around again with a second coat. So I was thinking I'm saving him the time to go through first time and to go through again. So at least hopefully second coat he can go by himself. I'm a bit afraid with the second coat. I don't want to leave the wall looking a bit patchy, but we might do it together. So I've managed to go all the way around the house. I started at 11:41 and it's 15:36 when I finally stopped. So now I'm going to go in all the places where I need to get in with a small brush, and I'm going to ask Amon to advise about that white spot if he wants it painted. But I really want it painted because there's some jobs that we're like we're gonna do them in a short while, and then two whole years pass and they are not done. And if that's gonna sit for another 2 years, I'd rather it's painted. I know we're trying to save paint so that we can go around with the second coat. You don't want to do places that are unnecessary before you do your second coat. But anyways, I've gone around the whole house. I have literally, so all these white parts, don't know if you can see the plumbing, I can hardly see it. All the white parts, I'm gonna go in with a small brush. I've gone around the whole house. I am so proud of myself. It took me 11:41, 12:41, 1:41, 2:41, 3:41. So it took me about 4 hours, almost 4 hours. The whole house is done with the first coat. Yay! My hands are exhausted. My hands are like really sore, and muscles are aching. Did I mention I didn't stop for any lunch break, tea break, and nothing? Actually, I love the fact that it kept me so busy that I didn't have to stop to eat. But yeah, I'm hungry, and I normally feed the dogs at about 4, so I'm going to feed them now. Yeah, so the dogs, we started feeding them in the mornings, and then they started eating at around 12, and then now they shifted. It was around 2, now it's around 4. It's like they keep.
It looks like this paint is not going to continue.
It's not enough.
No, I've got thinners. I need tapes.
Turpentine. What's its function?
To dilute the paint. The thinners is refusing to dilute.
Oh, the paint is too thick.
Yeah.
So yesterday Amon almost did not see that I painted the house, and While he was outside in the car fetching something, I did notice that I hadn't replaced one of the buckets where it was supposed to be. And I knew that the other bucket was completely outside full of water. And you almost didn't realize that I painted. Then suddenly he noticed two buckets where he left four. And he was like, what happened to the other buckets? And that's how he figured that I painted the house.
Yeah, I think it's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice.
Once we put a second coat.
So were you impressed?
Yes.
I did all this to impress you, and you didn't even say.
You did a good job.
Guys, I did a man's job. My body is sore.
Yeah, you did. Not really the painting part.
What?
You covered ground.
I did. And the part where I was really feeling tired, you could tell, even by how I painted the area.
You covered ground.
Apparently, my painting strokes started to look sloppy. Yeah. They were all over the place.
Yeah. So where you paint with a hard hand, it shows. It gets darker. Where you paint with a light hand when you're not tired, it shows too.
But I covered ground. And I knew I couldn't get it wrong because it's only the first coat. It's so funny to me when I have to explain to some men that this is only the first coat. Someone is going to put a second coat. And I feel really smart because some men don't understand that. I had to explain to that guy who comes here to do piece jobs yesterday. And I had to explain that to the other member. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then another man was here and he thought that the real paint was the white paint, that we're painting with white on top of this color. And I'm like, no, we're painting this color on top of white. I'm like, geez, some men are really not hands-on men. Not everyone can be, to be honest. I didn't know a lot of stuff until I watched Amon. When I was living at home, I lived in the house. I still live in the house. I was still a house body. If I'm home, I'm in the house. So in my neighborhood where I grew up, sometimes I used to have people think that maybe I'm overseas, because when they meet me in the streets, they're like, you're around? And I'm like, I am. And they're like, oh, we haven't seen you in a long time. We thought you're not in the country. And I'll be like, nope, I'm here. I've always been a house person.
See what Venus does?
It doesn't dilute it well. All right, good luck to you then. I've got work to do. Let me go do a few things that I need to do before the work that I need to do. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that we actually finished at this stage. So after I put the first coat of paint, Amon hasn't painted. By the way, I did cover that white spot that was there before he even came home. So anyways, after the first coat, he hasn't painted simply because he injured his foot. Yeah, so he has been struggling with his foot that has been injured. It's swelling a lot, and so he needs to keep it rested. So to be continued. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye bye.